You come home exhausted. You collapse on the couch. Your cat climbs onto your chest, and you probably think they are just using you because your body heat makes you a convenient, comfortable human radiator. Or maybe you have heard that cute, comforting internet rumor that your heartbeat somehow reminds them of their mother. Let me stop you right there. That sweet little myth is exactly why 98% of pet parents are completely blind to the most dangerous, profound proof of love a predator can possibly offer. What is actually happening when your cat steps onto your chest, tucks their paws, and closes their eyes has absolutely nothing to do with temperature. It has everything to do with primal survival, absolute biological surrender, and a level of deep-rooted trust that evolution spent millions of years trying to prevent. Today, we are going to decode the secret silent language of feline sleep. There are exactly 3 distinct levels of trust a domestic cat demonstrates when they decide to rest, and I want you to take a mental test right now. Count how many of these specific levels your cat has reached with you. If they have unlocked level 3, brace yourself. Because science literally proves that they no longer view you as just a human provider. The real reason will shatter everything you thought you knew about your furry companion. To truly comprehend the massive, invisible sacrifice your cat makes for you every single night, we have to look deep inside their neurological wiring. Most people look at a house cat and just see a lazy, fluffy couch potato begging for treats. But out in the wild, small felines are what evolutionary biologists classify as mesopredators. This means that yes, they are ruthless, agile apex hunters to a mouse or a bird, but they are also prey. They are constantly on the menu for larger predators like coyotes, wolves, eagles, and bigger felines. Because of this dual, terrifying reality, a cat's brain, specifically their amygdala, the fear center, is hardwired with an internal threat radar that literally never powers down. Even when you think your cat is dead asleep in the corner of your living room, they are not completely out. They are hovering in a state of light, highly vigilant rest. Watch their ears next time. Those ears continue to swivel independently like highly tuned satellite dishes, picking up micro sounds from the street outside, the wind rattling a distant window pane, or the subtle shift of your footsteps. They are resting, yes, but their internal escape engine is idling. They are ready to launch into a full sprint in mere milliseconds. For a mesopredator, falling into a deep, unresponsive sleep is the single most lethal thing they can possibly do. And this is exactly where the levels of trust begin to map themselves out inside the geography of your home. Level 1 trust is simply cohabitation. This is when your cat chooses to sleep in the same room as you, but they remain strategically positioned. They will stay on the highest tier of a cat tree, the top of a refrigerator, or perfectly facing the doorway. They trust you enough to share the immediate territory, but they have actively assumed the role of the sentinel. They are on guard duty, keeping a watchful eye on the perimeter for both of you. Level 2 is when you think you have achieved maximum bonding, but you are still being fooled by their ancient instincts. This is when your cat sleeps at your feet, usually at the very edge of the mattress. Millions of owners think this is the absolute peak of affection. They tell their friends, "Oh, my cat just loves keeping my feet warm." No, your cat loves the tactical advantage. The foot of the bed offers a clear, unobstructed 360-degree view of the entire bedroom. More importantly, it provides an immediate, unhindered escape route. The pack instinct draws them close to you, but if a perceived threat walks through that door, they are not trapped by the weight of your body. They can fight or flee instantly. They trust you, but their biological weapons are still loaded, and the safety is firmly off. But every once in a while, your cat breaks every single rule of their own evolutionary history. They completely ignore the high vantage point. They abandon the tactical safety at the foot of the bed. They walk over you in the middle of the dark, or jump onto you while you watch TV, and they choose exactly the center of your chest. Think about this from the perspective of a wild animal. Your chest is objectively the worst tactical surface on the planet. It rises and falls constantly with every single breath you take. It is highly unstable. It makes internal noises. It has lungs filling with air and a heavy heart thumping loudly right beneath the ribs. If your cat needed to escape a sudden, fast-moving threat, lying down on a moving, breathing giant would be a literal death sentence. Worse still, notice what they do with their paws when they settle on your chest. They tuck them completely underneath their body, the classic loaf position. By doing this, they are deliberately pinning down and hiding their only weapons of defense and escape. They are disarming themselves for you.
And then, right there on your chest, they do the unthinkable. They don't just stay in that light, vigilant state of rest. Their breathing fundamentally changes. It deepens. Their small body becomes incredibly heavy, almost like it's melting into the fabric of your shirt. They willingly enter deep REM sleep. During this phase, the muscles in their body undergo a natural biological paralysis called atonia. A cat in REM sleep is a wild animal that is physically entirely incapable of defending itself. When your cat lies on your chest and completely passes out, they are not looking for a human radiator. The heat is just a convenient byproduct. What they are actually doing is committing an act of beautiful biological treason against their own survival instincts. They looked at you, calculated all the terrifying risks in the world, and their primal brain made the most profound decision a mesopredator can ever make. I don't need my radar right now. I don't need my claws. I am going to switch off my 10,000 years of evolutionary defense mechanisms, because this human right here is my absolute shield. But why they choose the chest, the exact area right above your heart and neck, hides an even more breathtaking secret. It's not just about physical protection. It has to do with an invisible chemical and olfactory transfer that begins to happen between the two of you in that exact millisecond. When your cat rests their head right under your chin, they are performing what behavioral scientists call olfactory mapping. Cats have specialized scent glands located on their cheeks, their lips, and the top of their heads. By pressing these glands firmly into your chest, they are actively mixing their unique facial pheromones, specifically the comforting F3 pheromone, with the scent of your sweat, your laundry detergent, and the natural oils of your skin. They are claiming you. But they aren't just leaving their mark on you, they are reading yours. Cats possess a specialized sensory receptor on the roof of their mouth called the Jacobson's organ. When they bury their face into your shirt, they are literally tasting the chemical composition of your emotional state. They can detect cortisol if you are highly stressed, and they can detect oxytocin if you are calm. And when they finally settle down, something miraculous happens. The rhythm of your breathing begins to dictate the rhythm of theirs. Your human heartbeat acts as a biological metronome. It actively lowers their blood pressure. It signals to their hypervigilant brain that the environment is definitively secure. But the exchange isn't just one way. Have you ever noticed that the moment they get truly comfortable on your chest, they start to purr? Most people blindly assume a purr is just a cat's version of a human smile. Once again, biology proves us wrong. The domestic cat's purr vibrates at a highly specific, medically significant frequency, usually between 25 and 150 Hz. In human sports medicine, these exact sound frequencies have been clinically proven to improve bone density, repair torn tendons, and ease respiratory distress. When your cat lays on your most vital organs, your heart and your lungs, and starts vibrating at 25 Hz, they are deploying a medical-grade survival mechanism. In the wild, cats purr to heal themselves and comfort their injured pack members. By putting their body over yours and turning on that deep vibration, they are essentially trying to heal their shield. They are wrapping you in a sonic blanket of biological armor, making sure that the giant, clumsy human they desperately rely on stays healthy enough to keep protecting them. And this is where the heavy, heartbreaking reality of pet ownership comes crashing down on us. As humans, our lives are chaotic. You have a job that drains your energy. You have bills that keep you awake. You have a phone that constantly bombards you with the weight of the entire world. When you come home, you are often exhausted. You feel that sharp, cold sting of guilt when you realize you only played with them for 5 minutes today. You look at them waiting patiently by the food bowl, and you think to yourself, I am not giving them the life they deserve. I just don't have enough time. But you need to understand how they see time. You have an entire world outside of your front door. You have friends, co-workers, and places to go. Your cat only has you. You are their entire ecosystem. You are the absolute sun that their tiny universe revolves around. And the ultimate tragedy of loving a cat is the brutal realization of their lifespan. We get 80, maybe 90 years on this earth. They get 15 if we are incredibly lucky. They are living their lives in fast forward. Every single day to them is a massive fraction of their entire existence. So when they choose to spend that highly limited, precious time walking over to you, climbing onto your chest, tucking their paws away, and closing their eyes, you need to realize the immense magnitude of that choice. They are taking the most valuable thing they possess, their fleeting time and their primal safety, and they are entrusting you with it. You haven't failed them. Even on your worst, most exhausting days, the simple act of letting them sleep on your chest makes you the greatest hero in their world. The next time your cat climbs onto your chest and starts to purr, don't reach for your phone. Just close your eyes, feel that 25 Hz vibration against your heart, and appreciate the absolute biological miracle of a wild predator surrendering its life to you. I want to know about the tiny predator guarding your home. Drop a comment right now and tell me, how old is your four-legged angel, and do they sleep at your feet like a sentry or on your chest like you are their shield? Let's celebrate these amazing creatures together in the comments below. And if you know an owner who constantly feels guilty about not doing enough for their cat, send them this video. They really need to hear it.